Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Howdy, Viperkeeper here. Just a quick discussion about something that's come up, and I want to make sure that everybody's clear. A lot of talk on the web about snake-proof gloves and stuff. Well, there really isn't any such thing. I'm not going to bet my life on it. I haven't tested them all. I haven't used them all. Matter of fact, I really haven't tested any of them except the Midwest glove, which I have here on hand. Well, not really on my hand, but you get what I'm saying. There's a product out there called Turtle Skin. There's another one out there, Hex Armor, I think. I don't even really pay much attention to them because there's a limited use for any of these items. There's positives and there's negatives regarding them all. I don't endorse any of them. I do use the Midwest glove, but they all have their shortcomings. I know a couple of people that were bitten by mambas through these. One was envenomated, one fortunately wasn't. I've seen an Echis fang disappear into these. On the other hand, I've handled cottonmouths and rattlesnakes and just watched the fangs sort of bounce off the outer surface and, leave a puddle of venom on the surface. I've seen taipans gnaw on these, and Mr. Brown gnaws on them periodically, so does Mrs. Brown. They're useful for specific instances. For instance, very short-fanged elapids like, Mr. or Mrs. Brown, they work pretty well. They're not invincible, but I use them as a hedge because, as you know, Mr. Brown and Mrs. Brown don't really like the hook very well. Another way I use them is after my friend Jim was bitten while tubing a snake. I use the Midwest glove while holding the tube now. So just in case the snake decides to take the leap over the tube and hit my hand, I have some protection is better than no protection. No guarantee this will protect me, but it's a lot better odds of it protecting me than bare skin. Also, for pit vipers, there's no IR signature, no heat source that they can lock onto. So it works pretty well in that respect. That's pretty much it. What I use the gloves for. They're not some silver magic shield that's going to protect you from every bite. But if you use them in a limited fashion, in specific instances, it's certainly better than not having anything covering your hands at all. That's what I wanted to say about the gloves. There's lots of demonstrations that you see, lots of this or that. Some people I highly respect, showing them and using them. That's fine. They're allowed to do anything they want. I'm telling you what I'm doing and what instances I find the gloves useful. Okay? Case closed. Now, come on, you toadies, buy up these calendars. The end of the year is almost here. A lot of you step forward. A lot of you know how awesome this calendar is, with the buzzard right on front and 12 little beasties on the inside, common and not so common. Come on and get it. We're almost out. Really need to push it through though, because I hate to throw them out come January and into the trash, and that's what happens to them. And you know, this all figures into the big scheme whether I do this next year or not. The whole idea is to break even and not make any money. You know, and any money that I end up making, of course, you know, goes into supporting the animals here and bringing you videos. So, you know, anybody looking for Christmas presents, I can still get them out to you and maybe even get them to you in time, but this will be the last week that we can get them there in time, unless you're in the U.S., and then it's, you know, even the week of Christmas, up to probably like Wednesday, I can ship them and still get them to you. But come on, folks, $15 for the calendar, $5 for shipping, priority mail, domestic in the U.S., total of $28. That's like $13 for shipping, $15 for the calendar. I can stuff up the total of 4 calendars in any envelope for that same price, except it's $15 for each additional calendar. Here's where you get it. Thanks. Was I really channeling Billy Hayes or something? Well, I don't have any white powder on my nose or anything like that. See ya.